Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, what's using my life? One of the things that we know about life is that it is always changing. Sometimes you're up. Sometimes you're down. Sometimes things go real well, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're happy, and sometimes you're sad. Now that's that thing called life, and where we begin to understand and know that, accepting that reality, that we will never ever have things just on an even keel all the time. But you're going to have some ups. And you're going to have some downs, but during those down moments that's where the growth takes place. That's where the work is. Anybody can feel good when they have their health. Their bills are paid. They have happy relationships, the children are acting normal. Anybody could be positive then. Anybody can have a larger vision then. Anybody can have faith under those kinds of circumstances. See, but the real challenge of growth mentally, emotionally, and spiritually comes when you get knocked down. How you handle it. That's where the growth takes place. What has brought you to this point? What did you learn from it? Are you learning anything, or are you doing it over and over and over again? Are you going through it, or are you growing through it? Are you bigger and better because of it? Things are going to happen to you. And the most important thing to do is to harness your will and let it go. I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this gift me that. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back, and I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration. This is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for help. You want it, and you're going to go all out to have it. Yes, I'm going to turn this situation around. I'm not going to sit back and moan and cry over what happened, and what went wrong, and who did what. I'm going to do something about this situation. Expect things to get better for you. Because they are. See, life is cyclic. Whatever experience you're having right now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass.
You are here, right now, at this moment, because tomorrow, you want to be somebody greater than the person you are today. You see yourself succeeding. You have a vision. You have a dream. Congratulations. You're already 10 steps ahead of 95% of the world. Imagine, if Michael Jordan was scared of missing, he would have never taken a shot. Imagine, if Steve Jobs was afraid of people not liking his product, there would be no iPhone. So ask yourself this, do you want to be a person who fears failure, or do you want to be a person who loves success? Which one? You're gonna have to pick today, and I'll tell you one thing, one is a failure, and one is a success, and if you love success, there is nothing that can stop you. All those negative things people say will mean nothing. They're gonna talk about how only 1% make it to the top. Big deal. Wanna know something else? Only 1% stick with that fitness program long enough to see results. Only 1% of nerds stick with that video game long enough to get good at it. Only 1% of relationships stick it out to the end. That doesn't mean you have a 1% chance. It just means you can't behave like the 99%. You'll have to do something better than giving up a month from now. Those are just numbers. You want to talk about numbers? Take a look around you, and take a good look around you. Are you like 99% of the people around you? If you are, then you're in the wrong video, my friend. You have to love success just as much, because that's going to allow you to get up and go for it. Being scared to fail won't do anything. In fact, when you love success, and you start going for it, guess what happens? You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail 10 times. 100 times, maybe even 1,000 times, but that's okay. Failure isn't permanent, falling isn't permanent, you get right back up, and keep going, and this time, you're going to be stronger, wiser, and you'll be more driven than ever. And for every 10 failures, you land one success. You have to love success so much that you're willing to fail 10 times before you can succeed once. That's how a winner does it. I was walking down the street, and I saw an old man, had a hat, suspenders and a cane, was about 80 years old. This old man was barely walking. He could walk, but the cane helped a lot. He was struggling. So anyway, he was walking across the street and he ended up falling. So, I went over to go help him, and he gets up, says thank you, and we introduce ourselves. Had a little conversation. Told me his name, and I told mine. His name was Robert, by the way, and right as he walked away I told him this is what I said. Robert, you should stay inside, where it's safe, my friend. And Robert turns around and says to me, I love walking, and I'll love walking way more than I'm afraid of falling. So I ask him, well, what about your safety? Don't you want to live? And he told me this. These are the exact words he said. He said this: Mike, living means doing what you love to do. And if I have to fall here and there to do what I want to do in life, then so be it. And he just walked away, never saw him again, that was it. But that statement really had me thinking, and it had me thinking hard because I learned something that day. That's when I realized the true key to success. You see, I always thought, if I could just fear the act of failing, and if I fear it like crazy, I will succeed, because I thought the fear would magically motivate me to get out there and start taking action. But after that day, I realized something. I realized it's the love for success that will lead me to succeeding. So, just imagine, if Robert feared of failing, would he even start walking? Of course not. He wouldn't even do what he loved to do. He would sit at home and take no type of action, but he loved walking. Wasn't even scared to fall, it gave him life. That's what allowed him to get up and do it. He loved walking so much he was willing to fall 10 times a day just to do it, and you have to be the same. So the next time someone tells you you're gonna fail, you know what you tell them they're right. But you're not afraid of failure. You're not afraid of take action. You're not afraid to jump. You're gonna fail 10 times, but you know what? It's cool. Because, on the 11th time, you'll succeed. Oh, you'll succeed alright, and it'll feel good, and while you're over here living the life of your dreams and complete happiness. Guess where they're gonna be? That's right, they'll be failures, the real failures, over there where it's safe, scared to fail. Ironic, isn't it?